Welcome to your Market America and Shop.com unfranchised business presentation today. I have the honor of walking you through this. My name is Jim Winkler. I am the Vice President of Sales for Market America as well as a business owner. I've owned my own business with Market America for the past 15 years. I was a product user back in 1997. I was a customer of our nutritional products. About 7 months after taking products, a friend asked me to look at the business. I was a vice president of a traditional company, a souvenir and postcard company back then, and I looked at it and said, really, what have I got to lose? Get my products at wholesale, maybe make a little extra money. And I fell in love with the concept I'm about to share with you. I ended up leaving my corporate job within 6 months, spent the next 14 plus years full-time owning my business with Market America before coming on board with them on a corporate level. My wife and I, Lisa, are what you call executive field vice presidents with the company, which means we've earned anywhere from $45,000 to almost $63,000 in a 4-week pay cycle. The company's paid us, it's closing in on $6 million in commissions during that period of time. Lisa was a nurse before this. I was able to walk away from a 15-year career as a nurse. After 1 year of doing this, she matched her income, went full-time. We got married in 2004, combined our families, combined our businesses, and what I'm most proud of is being a husband and father. What I'm going to do now is walk you through and tell you a little bit about our company, a little bit about the products, and then actually walk you right through our compensation plan as well. As you can see, the company was founded in 1992. That's actually the home where the business started. It started in the home of the owners, J.R. Ridinger and Lauren Ridinger. And then if you fast forward 20 years, and I think that's an important number to talk about, 20 years of stability, of growth. You see our corporate office today, which houses in excess of about 600 employees or more there, and just continues to grow. And what are we? Market America is a product brokerage and internet marketing company that specializes in what we call one-to-one marketing and social media. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about each one of these as we go through the presentation today. As you can see, looking at this chart, the company's just been on a wonderful growth pattern. The blue is for sales of wholesale, and the red you see there is for retail sales. Just to give you, because some companies will report in wholesale, some will report in retail, so we put them both out there for you to take a look at. We've had estimated accumulated retail sales of over $4.4 billion, during the past 20 years with the company. And if you look at that chart, I always say to people, how would you like it if your income had grown the same way as our company sales has grown? I've been fortunate to be part of this and have seen that happen by building a business and taking action with a company going in the right way. Now, what you see on the top of your page right now is actually our mission statement. It says, MarketAmericaShop.com is changing the way that people shop and changing the economic paradigm so everyone can become financially independent by creating their own economy. And then what you're seeing flashing right there, the pictures that you're seeing flashing, those are actually $1 million earners in our company, and there's actually many more than we had time to put on this display. And if you look down to the bottom, you can see our total distributor earnings as of March 31st are over $2.5 billion that have been paid back to the field in earnings. I'm very proud of this. In fact, we recently had a large convention. We actually filled an entire stage with $1 million earners. But I'm probably more proud of this. I'm proud of the people who earn an extra $300, an extra $600 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,000 a month, because we all started there. Initially it's about being able to grow your business and earn an extra income, and then it can eventually lead to something as you see here. But the key is that it works for all kinds of people, and I guess the key is it flat out works. After 20 years, to have over 300 plus people in our $1 million club with Market America. We're currently doing business globally in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, in Australia, in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, and the United Kingdom. And we're continuing to grow at a rapid pace globally. You know, there's been a lot of things that have been happening over the last, whether it be 20, 30 years we've seen. And there's something called a 45-year plan that's out there. And this 45-year plan used to say that if you worked to the age of, started at 20 and worked to the age of 65, what would happen is that you would be able to retire very easily, spend your last 20 or so years, the sunset, I guess, of your life, enjoying retirement. Well, the numbers have changed dramatically. If you take a look now, for every 100 people that should have reached the age of 65, there's only 5% of them that we can even fit into what we call a wealthy or financially fit category, meaning they're not going to have to worry about money during that period of time. You see, one of the figures says 5% still working. We've actually been doing some research. It looks like now that's moving up to almost 18.5% of the people are still working. It's predicted to be up to 30% of the people will be working within the next 5 years at the age of 65. Unfortunately, a number of people have passed away. And 62% of the people are just struggling. That's why the change is happening to so many people working at a later time. So really what we have is we have a broke plan. This was supposed to work. You were supposed to get a good education, go to school, get good grades, and everything was going to work out. And these numbers have only moved a slight percentage point here or there during the last 30 years. This isn't even a new problem. You know, we're coming off of what may be considered one of the worst economic times, but maybe compared to the Great Depression. But these numbers were bad before then. They've just gotten worse for a lot of people now. And when you take a look at it, what's really happening? 95% of the people are spending up to 45 years of their lives making the other 5% successful. Because remember that 5% category I talked about? 74% of the people in the top 5% own their own business. That means most of the top 5 have started a business at some point and have become successful. And you know, I always tell people it's better to have common sense than just to listen to somebody. If you took a piece of paper out and you wrote down maybe the 10 wealthiest people you've ever met in your life, I would imagine that paper, the 10 people would be filled with either 8, 9, or 10 business owners. Yet we all continue to do the same thing over and over again, hoping that something's going to change. And what you really have to take a look at is, how can I own my own business as well, so that I can have that kind of success. What we have with Market America is what we call the UnFranchise business, and it's a 2 to 3 year business plan. Now, the reason it's called an UnFranchise is because it's like a franchise. There's systemization, there's standardization, there's uniformity, there's state-of-the-art management systems, there's merchandising and marketing tools. I'm going to share some of those with you. Standardized training programs around the world. There's potential tax advantages to owning your own business. There's growing visibility with our business. Unlike a franchise, there's no franchise fees, no monthly royalties, no territorial restrictions. And what that means is you can build the business wherever we are operating and building our business. You can start part-time with flexible hours, just like I did. There's minimal startup expenses to start this business, and there's very, very little risk to start this. You know, I go back 15 plus years ago, and I started this business for a little bit over $500 and a lot of sweat equity. Nowadays, it doesn't even cost that much to get started. You know, it's one of those things that in 15 years we've actually added a tremendous amount of value with what we do and reduced the price to be able to do it. And that's probably why we are going through such a fantastic growth period as a company right now. And there's a few other reasons I'm going to talk about as we continue the presentation. With our unfranchised business, there's 3 ways to earn income. One way is cash back. You can actually earn cash back from your online transactions and your customers' online transactions. We provide products to consumers, so service 10 to 15 preferred customers, and you can earn anywhere from a 30 to 1,000% gross retail profit. So you can make some tremendous money retailing as well. And then time leveraging, which is duplicate your efforts, develop and manage only 2 sales and distribution organizations. So really, you take a look at it, and if you said which would you prefer, probably everybody would say the 2 to 3 year plan, assuming they both worked exactly the way we've talked about it. But here's what I always say to people. You're probably already doing the 45-year plan right now. So wouldn't it make sense to take a good look at something else that can add an extra income to you, and something that you could do in maybe 10 to 15 hours per week and add a multiple stream of income that could eventually lead to something you can take to a much higher level, and that's our 2 to 3 year plan. As a product brokerage company, what we do is we identify the latest market-driven products. What this does for us, it eliminates the burden of manufacturing. What it does for you is it means we don't rely solely on the sales of any one product or service. It means we're going to change with the times. We're going to go with what's hot. We're going to find the products that people are looking for, and then we're going to go get them. Why is that important? It's vital, because in this day and age, if you can't move with the times, you will absolutely get left behind. So that's why we've had this 20-year run. I believe now we're up at 80 consecutive quarters of growth as a company. I want you to think about that during some of the, again, worst economic times. We've had 80 consecutive quarters of growth. We have our own Market America brands with hundreds of exclusive products and services, and we have access to multi-billion-dollar markets. I'm going to walk you through a few of those brands so you can see them. I'm just going to give you an overview on some of the products we carry exclusively. This is our isotonic line of products. This is a powder-based supplement you add water with. When you add water with it, it becomes into an isotonic form, which is a better delivery system. As you can see there, it says superior delivery of maximum results. And that's because there's no fillers, no binders. So when you take a good look at this, you'll find a product that when you take it, you can actually take typically on an empty stomach. Absorbs very quickly, typically in 5 to 15 minutes, and then has the ability to help you. Now, as we look at this, you're seeing, 30 different products that we carry. I'm just going to touch right here on our isotonic OPC3 product. This has been one of our best-selling products, probably since its introduction almost 16 years ago. It's an antioxidant product. Has 3 different ingredients, but you may have heard of something called pycnogenol. The pycnogenol is one of the main ingredients on there, and we're the world's largest user of isotonic pycnogenol products. So when you see our isotonic OPC3, that's a product. People always ask me if there's one product I should try. I'm evaluating this business. What should I try? And I always recommend that because I've got my parents on this product, my children take this product, my wife and I, and all my best friends take this product because I believe in it so much. It's what we call a free radical scavenger. And then as we continue to move on, you'll see our Ultimate Aloe product. That's an aloe juice that you drink. We have it in a powder form as well. And then we just came up with a new product called Opuvita. And Opuvita is an all-natural, we call it a super fruit juice, if you want to think of it that way, for total body health. We have a heart health line of products to really be heart smart with our omega-3 fish oils, coenzyme Q10. And then we also move into a weight management area with what we call our TLS line. And as you see here, it says lose weight, feel great. We've got an entire website. We've got mobile app that works with this. We've got supplements. But it's really more about low glycemic index. It's about working out. It's about eating right and supplementation. And the great thing, we run challenges on this all the time. Saw some teams win some great money at our last event. So you'll see that. And as I move to our next slide and you take a look at this, you'll see some of the results that people have had using our TLS weight loss solution. I mean, just fantastic. We also have a line called Nutrimetrics. Nutrimetrics is our custom health solutions for our health professionals. It's a private labeled line of products. It's private labeled for our health professionals. Again, has its own Nutrimetric website, as you can see right there, its own Nutrimetrics catalog. And it's been one of the fastest growing divisions of our company, probably for the past 6 years. So many health professionals are looking for ways to also get good products for their patients and their clients, and they're able to use our products to be able to do that. Now you'll see an anti-aging line called our Prime Anti-Aging line, and again, a variety of different products. I'm really going to give you just quick overviews on the next few product lines. In that anti-aging line, we have a Skintelligent line of product of skincare products, and we also have what we call a timeless prescription anti-aging skincare, and then that moves into our higher end line of skincare, which is our Cellular Laboratories line. We also have an entire cosmetic line. It's called Motives by Lauren Ridinger. Lauren is our one of the owners of our company, and is anything she puts her name behind is just top notch. And as you take a look, you're looking at the website right there. You're looking at a few of the products, and this has been such a growing line. You can see some of the magazines that we've been featured in for our Motives cosmetic line. Some of the people who have worn that line as you take a look at this. And then we move into a personal care line, and we have what we call a Royal Spa hair care line of products, and then we move into a line called Fix, which really is like instant hair therapy to fix any problems you have. We move into a home and garden line, and this is our Snap cleaning line. And I always tell people we were green before green was cool, and that goes into our global care line. We have a pet health line because so many people taking our supplements wanted their animals to be healthy as well. And then we have an auto care line because everybody drives, and why not be able to purchase something to take care of your own vehicles. We have a Conquer Entertainment division as well that is growing by leaps and bounds. We have a Web Center division with the company. The Web Center division is so people can set up custom websites for small businesses. And then we have a Capital Resources division within our company, which is a financial services area, and really work with people to help get them out of debt, which has become such a big problem in the world right now. So I just gave you a very quick overview on some of our product lines. You can obviously learn a lot more by digging in a little further. I'd like to show you now a little bit with our website. Now, when someone starts a business like this, they can pick and choose any of the product lines I just talked about and they would like to work within. Some people have a natural affinity to one product line or another. Some people want to work with all of them. Either way is okay. You also are going to receive, when you start your business, you're going to receive a shop.com website, and we purchased the company shop.com in the last couple years. It was one of the original shopping websites. Purchased them because of what they have to offer, and mixing the two of us together, what we can do. And when you take a look at our shop.com website, there's a couple things I want you to notice. One is where it says hot deals. You see that in the red circle right there. What the hot deals is any internet deals that are on there are going to be automatically populated for you to see, so you don't have to search for them. We're dealing with all of our exclusive products on here. So as I mentioned, there's hundreds of exclusive products, but there's also thousands. There's over 3,000 partner stores that we work with, and those are your Target, your Kohl's, your Walmart, your Best Buy, stores like that you probably shop at a regular basis. We have something called e-gifts, where you have the ability to pick a number of products and have somebody decide what they want to do. We have social networking, as you can see up top, and we have something called Shop Buddy, which is one of my favorite features. You can download this onto your computer, and wherever you go, it tracks where you're at, so it'll remind you if you need to click to be able to get paid cash back, or in our case as a business owner, you can get paid back commissions as well. And the big button you see on top is cash back, and see, each store we work with, you have the ability to earn cash back from those stores you're working with. You also have the ability to earn a 0.5% on referral purchases of people you would refer to the site. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take you live for just a second here, and I'm going to show you a couple of the things live that we've been talking about with our shop.com site. Now, this is my personal site right here, and you take a look, you notice the cash back right away. So that's up there, and that's available now. I could have that sent to me in a check. I could use it towards any of our products, but real unique to our business is once it gets to $10, you can have that sent to you, and there's no limit on how much you can earn with your cash back. So if you're a big online shopper or going into the holiday season, you really transfer your habits, you have the ability to earn a lot of cash back. One of my favorite features on here is the search engine. I really believe in today's society, people are struggling with a couple things. One is how much time they have or don't have, and trying to save money. We're all trying to save time and money. So let's say that I wanted to go in here and I wanted to search for an iPad. I could click that. I just typed it in right there, and then I click find. Right here, when I click find, what it's going to do is it's going to now look to see which of those 3,000 stores might carry an iPad. Now, I didn't put a lot of specifics in there, so you can see there's all different kinds, but you may notice there's one right here that pops up. It says 4 stores, so I think I'll take a quick look at that one first. When I click it, what it's going to do is it's going to pull up, actually there's 5 offers, and it's going to pull it up. And you can see on the top there from geeks.com, I could get this product, 64 gigabytes, for $350. I could also buy it at buy.com, and I could get it for $500. Or if I go down to what I would think would probably be a great deal, which would be Walmart, it might cost me as much as almost $700, or Target. We're closing it on $763. You can also see which stores offer cash back. That's right there. And then when you see that, what's called IBV, that's if you're a business owner. If you're just a customer, customers don't accumulate IBV. Business owners do, because we get paid commissions on that. But by basically taking about 5 seconds, I was able to look and find a store that could save me a minimum of $150 for the exact same product. Now, to me, that's saving me time. That's saving me money. That's exactly, what I want to have when I go to look for products. I'll show you a couple other neat features here. I could go see details. If I go to details, I could set a price alert on this. I could set it and say, when this gets to $250, notify me at my email address. When I do that, I submit it. Any of the stores, not just the store we're looking at, but any of the stores, it would notify me should that happen. I could add this to a list. Maybe it's Jim's birthday list, so that my family would know what I'm looking for. I could add it to a trend. I could review the product. So there's a number of things right there. Let me walk you up here too. I could also look at it and say, you know what? Maybe I'll just post this on Facebook that there's a great deal. Maybe I can help a bunch of my friends save some money. And if as a business owner, if I help them save money, I'm also going to get paid when they purchase. Because really, if you start to understand it, we're sort of the advertising as you take a look at this. So right there, it would pop right onto my timeline. That gives you an idea how the comparison works with this. Now let me show you one of our exclusive products on here. If I went down, I could look at a number of the different exclusive products that we carry. I could jump into our isotonic line right here, and if I did that, I go into the isotonic line, I can take a look and I can see different products that we carry as a company. And I'll go to that OPC3 I was talking about. When I go there, one of the things I could do, I could add a product like this right onto AutoShip. So when you see add to AutoShip, a lot of our customers, instead of wanting us to continue to deliver products to them or them to pick them up from us, they like to have it set up on AutoShip. The company ships it, company charges their credit card. We get the retail profit for doing that, and as a business owner, we also get some can have the ability to earn some points towards commissions with that. And it's just as easy as you see right there as a click, and then I would set up my shop.com account and do that. I'm going to close that out just for sake of time. A lot of times people say with a product, well, I'd like to learn more about it. We could do a product video right there. We can scroll down, see what other items people have bought, but we can also go down, look at product info. We can go down and we can look at ingredients, benefits, science, frequently asked questions. And again, I could take this and I could post it. So in this case, I'll do it on my timeline. I'll say, great product that helped me tremendously with my allergies. Okay, Now, what I just did by sharing that link, that went out to about 5,000 people. And when I did that, if anyone clicks on that link who likes it, that's actually going to come right back to my website. And I'll have the potential to get a new customer as well with that. Now, there's other ways I can invite people to learn about my website. I could go to the invite your friends, and I could just put their email address in right here. And once I invite them, it sends them a link along with an email showing them how to register as a free preferred customer, and they can start earning cash back. One of our newest things, and I always want to make sure people understand what I mean by these different stores. Let's say that let's add a little thing here and say I wanted to go to Target. So I went www.target.com and I went to Target. We've added a new feature. It's called Shop Buddy, and you may notice I'm at Target's site, but my Shop Buddy follows me, and it says you didn't go there through your site, you just typed it in. So if I click Earn Cash Back Now, here's what's going to happen. Suddenly, it's going to come to the right corner of my thing. You notice the website didn't change. This is Target's site. We're just a conduit that leads to that. But when I click on that, it pulls up all the internet deals that Target has right now online, and if I wanted to, I could just click right there and it would take me to those. It also lets me know that now I'm registered for cash back. So here's the beauty of this product. Even if I make a mistake and I forget to go to a store through my website, I can find that store by just going to it and my Shop Buddy popping up. So it really makes it nice for us to be able to do that as well. That was a quick run through here. I could honestly spend an hour walking you through this site. There's so much on there and so many advantages to it. But I want to get back to our presentation. What I'd like to do is now walk you a little bit further into how we make money with this business. Here are a few more of the stores that we use on an ongoing basis. Like I said, there's over 3,000. There's many you've heard of and some you haven't heard of. But these are some of the major stores, like our home and garden area, our office supply area. And I'm sure these stores are stores you shop on a regular basis as you take a look at this. And now you're going to be able to get paid for doing that. Some great consumable stores like our Alice.com, which will ship right to your door for $49. It's free shipping. Drugstore.com, Walgreens, Pet Food Direct. Every 10 to 20 years has been a new marketing system that emerges. And if you look in the past, you can see that through direct selling, franchising, catalogs, network marketing, direct selling. Each one of those had their time where they really came and it really became a big time and people could make some great money. And then you look into the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010, you see infomercials, the internet and e-commerce, one-to-one marketing, social shopping, and they had their time too and have done some great things. We're really moving into that 2010 right now, but really here's the key. Every 10 to 20 years something emerges. Are you going to be in front of it? And if you are, you have the ability to make some great money. So let's think about what else is going to be emerging the next 5 to 10 years. Well, I think we know nutrition and wellness is going to be one of the hottest trends to continue over the next 5 or 10 years. We've seen it. We know what's happening. It just continues to grow. More people are becoming what we call hitting that 65-year age right now, and the people want to take care of themselves. They want to look better. There's more research, there's more information out there, and people are conscious of their health. Another thing that's occurred is owning your own business. 15 plus years ago I started my own business working out of my home, and I honestly think some of my neighbors felt bad for me. They were wondering what I did. It was a little bit crazy. Nowadays, what does everybody want to do? They want to find a way to work from home. They want to have the advantages of being home. They're still going to work hard, but they want to be able to do it. And what's helped is the computer age. Things like right now, me being able to show you a presentation online without having to sit next to you. Then you take a look at online or mobile shopping. Next 5 to 10 years, it is the only area of growth that's going to continue from a shopping standpoint. I mean, people who own a brick and mortar store right now have already seen this. They're trying to gain some of that online presence. There's many large companies now that are just getting rid of their brick and mortar shops and just going all online. And we have aggressively for 10 years been going after this, and with our purchase of shop.com in the last couple years just accelerated everything we're doing going after that online shopping. And really the last trend I would spend a minute on would be social shopping. And when you talk about social shopping, what you're really looking at is combining that with one-to-one marketing, which is really combining high tech and high touch. One-to-one marketing being taking the time to talk to people. It provides the power of social media and online shopping. It puts them together. And if you're sitting there right now, I'm going to bet you're on some kind of a social media site, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. It seems like nowadays people are on 1, 2, 3, 4. It offers the ability to reach millions of customers. What I can do today, what I just did while on this presentation of putting that out there, that could have taken me a month to do 15 years ago. But with social media, I can talk about our products, I can put messages out about them, and I can do it in a matter of seconds and reach so many more people than I used to be able to. And we also have the ability through data mining to match people to products and products to people. Another major trend that's occurring out there is a change in the way we do business. And for years, it's always been what we call a horizontal marketing structure. And what that means is, typically you'd have a boss, then maybe a couple vice presidents, and every layer got wider as it went down. And I don't care what kind of business you were in. School systems were set up that way. Governments are set up that way. Businesses are set up that way. I worked for an owner of a company. He made more than me. The people who worked for me made less than me, and that's the way it worked. And the only way to get ahead was to replace the person above you by either they quit or you outperformed them. It created a lot of competition. What we've discovered is a better way to do business, and we call it vertical marketing. And what it takes is it takes that horizontal structure and it turns it on its side so that now everyone benefits by working together. It creates compounding efforts, it encourages teamwork and support, and everyone receives 100% credit for the sales and volume generated. When I looked at this model 15 years ago, I said, this is brilliant. And to me, it is the best way to do business. I've looked at a lot of compensation plans, a lot of different kinds of companies. This is the one that works, the one that stands the test of time for people to be successful. So now I'm going to walk you through the 5 steps to build an unfranchised business. The first step is when you apply. As a sales rep, there's no cost. You can buy your product at wholesale and sell it at retail and earn gross retail profit. So that's one way you can come in the business, is as a sales rep. The second way you can come in the business is as an unfranchised owner. And this is how I have brought people into the business typically during the last 15 years. And I'll tell you why. Because as an unfranchised owner, you have the ability to create something called leverage and ongoing income. Leverage means getting paid on more than what you do, and that's what business owners have. If a business owner has 10 employees who work 8 hours, that business owner is getting 80 hours of leverage. The problem in the traditional system is the employee is not getting any leverage. They're just trading time for money. So we created a system where everybody could receive leverage. And the second thing is ongoing income. My wife and I actually have this business into our will. We have it set up so if something would happen to us, it would go to our children, and they could then take over, maintain it, and continue that large income coming to them for what we've worked and built over the years. And to me, that's an asset. That's something that's very valuable to you. So as an unfranchised owner, there's a subscription fee with the business. That's $129.95. Although typically that's not going to be your total cost to start your business. You're going to pick up some products as well, or you might start with what we call a fast start kit, as I'm going to explain in a little bit. You still buy your products at wholesale, and you have the ability to sell them at retail, and you participate in the management performance compensation plan, and you now have the ability to earn commissions with the company. Your subscription is going to include your shop.com website, so you'll get shop.com / whatever you decide to name it. You can have people from really the day you set up your business, you can have people shopping on your site. You'll receive what we call an isotonics and motives website as well. These three all come together when you start your business. So if you had friends who are just interested in health and nutrition, you could send them to the isotonic website. If you had friends who are just interested in cosmetics, you could send them to the motives website. If you have people who are really interested in shopping or sort of the whole picture, you send them to your shop.com website. You'll also receive an UnFranchise business account. That's like our back office. That's where you run your business from. You have the ability to run a large business from the road, from anywhere you can access the internet. A career manual from the company, which is really like a blueprint for success. A getting started guide, which walks you through what do I do my first day, my first week, my first month. Access to an audio download training library of over 300 training programs, which are absolutely free to you as a business owner with the company. A preloaded MP3 device, which comes right away with over 80 different downloads already prepared for you to listen to. A monthly periodical called a Powerline magazine, a training and seminar system throughout the world, and it's a standardized training and seminar system that allows you to know you can build a worldwide organization and know that people will be trained the exact same way. We also have that online now as well as we do in a classroom style setting. And then coaching and mentoring by experienced UnFranchise owners. You know, it's funny. One of the things I always tell people is if you're watching this right now, the person who probably invited you to this also has been to our training system. And if they've been to our training system, one of the things they learned was don't ever invite somebody to something like this that you don't like and that you don't think can be successful, because that would really be a waste of time. So that means if someone invited you to look at this presentation, somebody likes you and someone thinks you can be successful. You're now going to benefit from their coaching and mentoring. They want to do everything they can to help you succeed, and you even have the ability, if you do a great job, you can earn more than they do. That was one of the first questions I asked when I took a look at this business. I said, you know what, I want to know, can I earn more than the person who was introducing it to me? And he said yes. I said great, then I'll listen further. One thing you might notice right here, when you apply, you do get what we call 3 business development centers. They sort of operate in a counterclockwise fashion, but those are going to be your 3 businesses, and I'll explain why that's so powerful again as we continue the presentation. The second step is to create what we call business volume and incentive business volume. Business volume is a point total or a unit value that's assigned to our exclusive Market America branded products. So what that typically runs at about a 75 percentile, maybe an 80%. If you spend $100 on our branded products, you might get 75 to 80 business volume points. Those points add up like frequent flyer miles. Only when you hit to a certain threshold, you don't get a free ticket, you get a commission check from the company if you've met all your requirements. The incentive business volume is the points or unit value assigned to any of our partner stores. Now that's when you're shopping at Kohl's, Target, Best Buy, Walmart, one of my favorite stores, cellphoneshop.net, and with that you receive typically about 5% incentive business volume. It varies by store with that. And that's used to calculate an entirely separate commission as well. How do you create BV and IBV? One way is through personal use. As a business owner, one of the first things I did when I started the business, I took a look and I said, okay, what products do they have that I can personally use from my own business? So I was already, as a customer, buying 3 of the supplements. Now I started buying the hair care products, the laundry products, the car cleaning products, all the things you're seeing that I touched on, because to me it just made business sense. Why not support my own business? It also helped me create more business volume, which also helped me help other people earn commission checks. So personal use, that includes shopping online as well. My wife and I have gotten to the point we shop at so many different stores online. We've really changed our buying habits. We even have our pet food delivered to our home, and it's actually cheaper to do that. And we've gotten to the point we almost feel guilty if we buy from a store, because we realize that if we were purchasing from ourselves, we'd be getting paid for it rather than paying somebody else. Transfer buying is really a transfer of your buying habits. So That's an automatic shipment we as a business owner set up. It's anywhere from 50 to 150 business volumes, and it's anywhere from 10 to 30 of those incentive business volumes. When you set that up, the reason it's called transfer buying is because I transferred my buying habits, meaning as a customer, I was buying them at retail. Now I could have them shipped to me at wholesale. So you pick some things, you can change it at any time. Very nice and easy to be able to have for you. We have a retail sales requirement with the company, and that retail sales requirement is $200 in a 90-day basis. We have to move of our Market America branded products to an end consumer, someone other than ourselves or a business partner. Why do we have a retail sales requirement? Because any business has to have a retail sales requirement. We have $200, which most people can honestly do in their first couple weeks if they're serious at all coming into this. But a lot of times it also gives you that ability to learn how to start moving products. And we teach and train you with that. We have webinars that go on a regular basis teaching our business owners how to talk about products, or that customers can watch as well. We also have what we call preferred customer auto ship. This is one of my favorite items in our entire company, because I love the ability for a customer to get our product, and they can pick it every 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it may be. Company ships it, company charges their credit card. We get the retail profit, and we get the business volume towards commissions. All we had to do is set them up that one time, and then it's taken care of after that. Of course, I spent some time talking about online with internet marketing, with what we can do with social media, with marketing systems like our shop.com portal, with printed material we have, and one-to-one marketing, which is really spending a little bit of time with people. And when you start to think about building customer share, you start to think of all the different customers that you may have out there, potential customers I should call them, people people who shop online, people who take supplements, people who have tried to start a business before, entrepreneurs, people who maybe have tried weight loss programs. You start to realize there's a lot of people that you have the ability to talk about with an unfranchised business like this. We have technology and applications and social media, again, to help us with that. I've already went through the Shop Buddy with you. We also have something called Shop Box, which is like a virtual storefront you can put within your Facebook page. We have mobile technology. You can basically run your business from the palm of your hand. You have the ability through our Shop Mobile to place orders, to add new customers, to get to your back office. Really mobile is the future, and we're on the forefront of that as well. Excuse me. The third step is to qualify your business. And you qualify your business with an opening order of products, accumulating 200 BV of product. We typically do that with what we call our Fast Start program. When you accumulate that 200 BV, that opens up, as you see right there, that left and right side, we call them BV and IBV banks. Now that'll start to accrue business volume and incentive business volume into your top business. And again, as I mentioned, we typically do that with our Fast Start program. What that is, it's $399 plus tax, and it's free shipping. It's over a $600 value. You get the website I've been talking about, includes your application fee, includes a 2-month subscription to what we call our UnFranchise management system, and includes a number of the different products you see right in front of you, which we've handpicked as some of the best products that you'd want to be able to retail and to test on your own as well as you start your business. This product became so popular, our Fast Start program, that we have also recently added our Motives Fast Start program and our Transitions Lifestyle, our TLS Fast Start program as well, for people who want to focus in those areas a little bit more. To activate a business, you personally sponsor and place one qualified shop consultant in your left and right organization. Now at this point, what I always tell people, if you're watching this, one of the things you want to be thinking about is, okay, to activate means now you're going to be able to earn commissions. You've been able to make cash back from day one. You've been able to make retail profit from day one. Once you qualified your business, you had the ability to accumulate points. That's why I always recommend doing it right in the beginning. But you want to get paid on those points that are adding up. That's where the big money comes. So to do that, you have to activate. And that means you have to expand. You have to identify 2 people to work with you. I always compare it to like a hotel or a restaurant chain. If they open up a new one, they'd have to go get a building, they'd have to open it up, set it up, rent it, hire staff. We look for people who, like you, want to build a business out of their home. They don't want to be tied in. They want to be able to move, travel, build their business from wherever they're at, and we go look for them. But I also want to tell you something. As you go to identify people, some names may be popping in your head right now. I'd write those down. But some of the people you think may be interested may have no interest at all. Some of the people you think may be interested may be negative, and some of the people you think may be interested may be very interested. But, I've listened to these presentations where people make it sound like everybody in the world is going to be interested, and that's just not the truth. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody understands what it means to have ongoing income. Not everyone understands what's happened as a society and how computerization has made everything so simple to build a business from your home. Simple in terms of the ease of doing things that used to be so hard to do. So what we're going to look at, lady who trained me, she said, keep it real simple, Jim. She's going to look for people with desire for more than they have now, and you're going to look for people who are coachable. And I've always agreed with those two things. Now I'm going to look for two people. You're going to have a left side, so let's say Tom's on your left side and Sue's on your right side. Again, keeping it real simple, if you know your left from your right, and you can count to 2, we'll teach you the rest as we go along. Don't get too overwhelmed by everything I'm about to show you. I always let people know if this is your first time seeing this presentation, it probably makes sense to see it again as well, especially this compensation part. It'll clarify for you every time you see it a little bit more. But at this point, let's say you've identified 2 people into the business. Now, what I want you to understand is Tom and Sue, who you personally introduced, they're going to know people you don't know. That's a fact. They're going to know people you've never met. Even if they're your best friends, they have people in the neighborhood, people at work, people from school that know people you don't know. And what we're going to do with those people as they start becoming interested in the business is we're going to teach them how to apply, create, qualify, and activate the same way that you did. So very simple. We're just walking them through that. For the new people watching this, here's what I want you to think about. Do you have to do the presentation I'm doing right now? No, you don't. Could you get somebody on a webinar like this so they can watch it? Could you get somebody in front of the person introducing it to you and let them do the work? I've always said a new person, the best thing you should do in the beginning is become a professional introducer and then start to learn how this works while you're doing it, take notes, and get better at it. So what's going to happen from here is these people are going to lead to more people, and suddenly your business starts to grow. Well, when I was watching this, one of the other questions that popped in my head was, okay, I know more than 2 people. What if there was a third person I wanted to introduce to the business? And I thought maybe if there's a third person, it would go over here on the side, or a fourth person might go over here. Because in my traditional corporate environment, if I had hired a third person, it certainly didn't help any of the people that were already in my business. In fact, they typically competed with people. If I hired a new regional sales manager, they competed with my other regional sales managers. Here, in our unfranchised business model, if you introduce a new person, let's say you introduce Matt, everything Matt does is going to come up through this business, because you have to put Matt down to the bottom of the left or the right side of your business organization, and you would pick and choose that. We'll help you with that so you know which way to do it. But everything Matt does from this point forward, Matt is going to have the ability, as he moves through this, to help and support everybody in your organization. So as Matt adds new people, it's going to help Dr. Jones, Chris, Tom, and it's going to help your business and your team's business. Why is that important? Because they all now have a reason to help Matt. What's going to happen next? System's going to search for BV and IBV to infinity. Very important. There's no levels. There's no percentages. So as we take a look at this, if Ashley here, you may or may not know Ashley, but if she orders volume of product, let's say she orders 400 business volumes of product, that volume is going to go to Travis, that volume is going to go to Chris, that volume is going to go to Tom, and that volume is going to go to your business and your team's business. 100% of that volume. Now, she gets her own retail profit. She gets her own commissions as she earns them. But the credit on the business volume credit or incentive business volume credit, everybody gets 100% of that as it comes up. Before I go into the final part of the compensation plan, I have a disclaimer here and you can read through it, but really the key is this. The second paragraph says, the success of any Market America independent distributor will depend upon the amount of hard work, talent, and dedication which he or she devotes to building his or her Market America business. If you don't do any work and you won't follow the system, you may get lucky and make a little money, but you probably won't make a lot. So how are commissions earned? Okay, that team you've built now, every day, volumes looked at, as I mentioned, company looks at it, every day volume adds up. Friday night at midnight Eastern time, company takes a look at it and says, how much volume have you accumulated in your business? So it does this search, all the volume coming up. When you get to 1,200 and 1,200 business volumes, you receive a $300 commission check from Market America. Now, here's the key point. Did you produce all 1,200 of those points on your own? No. It might have been William, might have been moving financial services. Cheryl may be big into cosmetics. Travis may be big into website sales. Dr. Jones obviously could be big into nutrition. So it can be a variety of different ways, and all that volume's coming up to you. And this is when this really clicked for me. So, okay, I don't have to do it all. I just have to work with people, train and teach them how to learn it and do exactly what I do. And you got to remember, a lot of people doing a little bit adds up to a tremendous, tremendous amount. Now, as this is building, do you think some of those people and their customers are shopping online? Well, you can guarantee it. And what happens is when you get to 1,200 of those IBV points on the left and right side of your business, you receive a $300 check on that as well. Now that can happen at the end of the week. If you're not there at the end of the week, volume just keeps adding up, and then the next Friday at midnight Eastern time, it'll look at it again. Next Friday at midnight Eastern time, it'll look at it again. The next Friday at midnight. So you're going to get paid when you get there. There's actually a 365-day rolling calendar for volume accrual, and that's really important for part-time people. So what happens next? When you get another 1,200 and 1,200, you get another $300 check from the company in either one of those pay plans. When you get another 1,200 and 1,200, you get another $300 check from the company. And last but not least, when you get 1,400 more, you get a $600 check from the company. So from going from 0 to 5,000 business volumes, you could have potentially earned 1,500 BV. Going from 0 to 5,000 IBV, you could earn $1,500 in the IBV program. Now, the first time you go through this is going to take a little bit of time, but I want you to imagine as you're doing this, more and more people doing it with you. And I'll give you a simple example. Lisa and I have a large organization now after years of doing this. Let's say that we have a group of 2,000 people. Let's say those 2,000 people decided to work 5 hours next week. So they work 5 hours. That's 10,000 hours going into our business next week. A typical person in the United States works 2,000 hours a year, and that's simple math, 50 weeks times 40 hours. So to get what we could get next week, even if we were on vacation, laying on a beach, or just hanging out, someone else who doesn't have leverage would have to work 5 years, they'd have to work 50 weeks a year, 40 hours a week to get 10,000 hours of work. The first time I understood those numbers, I said to myself, how can anybody work and not have at least have a business on the side to generate that leverage and that ongoing income? So what happens is, as your organization grows, this can get faster and faster until it does get to the point where it starts to go through 1,500 a month, 1,500 every 2 weeks, 1,500 every week. Same thing starts to happen in IBV. There's a potential to earn up to $3,000 on one of these businesses on the BV and IBV each week for each business development center. Now, sometimes what people will ask me, they'll say, well, what happens if one side's stronger or weaker than another? Remember how I said you can place people down below? So you can place people. You might place Matt on either the left or right side, depending on which side's stronger or weaker. But you also have the ability, as you order products or as you retail products for your customers, to place volume. This is a very unique feature in our compensation plan. You have the ability to place volume down below. Let's say you needed to order 400 business volumes of product. You can put that into the business development center of any individual you've personally sponsored. So you place that down, you put it in Matt's business. He gets credit for that 400 BV. Dr. Jones gets it, Chris gets it, Tom gets it, and you get it anyway. So basically what I'm saying at this point is, why wouldn't we always place the volume down below? Because we're helping everybody in our organization. Now, on top of that $3,000 per week you have the ability to earn, you have the ability to hit management bonuses. And you can earn an additional $600 if you have one person on the left and one person on the right of your business who goes through and clears that $5,000 and $5,000 on the left and right, just that top level right there. If each one does that the same week you do in the BV part of the business plan, you receive a $600 bonus. So basically, really keeping this on the simplest level, you get paid more if your people are successful. Whoever introduced you to this gets paid more if you're successful. So they have every reason to work with you and with your team, just like you have every reason to work with your business partners and the people that they will introduce. That means each business has a max potential of $3,600 per week that it could eventually earn. What if you said, well, but Jim, I want to earn more. I know there's the ability to earn more. Well, remember when I started this, I said you get 3 of these business development centers. I only showed you building 1 as I went through for simplicity's sake, but remember, you always had 3 right there while you were building. So as you were working with Tom and Sue, what was really happening is, as you were building with their organization, you were building that top center and getting paid on it, but you were also building half of 2 other businesses is what you were doing. So what happened next? Well, what happened next was this. Maybe a year down the road, 2 years down the road, whenever it may be, you may take a look and say, you know what? Top business is doing great. I want to expand my income. You now have the ability to come here and start working the inside of your what we call 002 business. Maybe you introduce Larry to it, start working with Larry to develop a team. You've already got volume over here. You may have hundreds of people on that side. Now you start working with Larry and building his team, and now the volume starts to match. You're getting paid on that business. You can come back over here, and by adding 1 new organization, you have the ability to now create 3 income centers for yourself. So really, while you were building 1, you were building half of 2 others. It's a tremendous advantage from a business standpoint. You also have the ability to open up additional business development centers to increase your commissions later on as well. So let's say you've gone through and you've earned your first $1,500 on your one. Once you've done that, you have the ability to add another center into your business. Now, you can only do this 1 time, so these are very valuable. And I would never do it without talking to someone in your business about how to do it. But you could add business 004. When you add 004 in, because remember, you already have your 1, your 2, and your 3, you add 004, you qualify it with 200 BV, so a small opening order. You identify 2 new people, Bob and Alex. They're probably people who in the beginning told you were crazy. So what happens now? You start working with them. Volume comes up to your 004. Now you're getting paid here. Volume comes up to Travis, to Chris. It comes up to your 002. You're not getting paid on that yet because you only have volume on the left. And it comes up to your 001. So really, volume's coming up and supporting your team and supporting your original businesses. Once you've earned $1,500 here, you can have another business. This would be 005. Once you're in $1,500 there, you could have another business. So it means you really have the ability to continue to grow by as much and as how hard you would like to work. But let's go back to, remember, we had these centers up here. What if you came back now and now you started working with the people here and volume started coming up? You could get paid there, and you started working with Mike and his team. Volume comes up, you could get paid here. And this just gives you an example of how you could develop a business, your businesses. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's what I tell you. That's huge numbers. Okay, let's not focus on huge numbers. Based on what I've shown you, could you make an additional $300 a month, $600 a month, $1,200 a month? If you can, then you've got a great business, because to make more than that is just doing the same thing over and over again. Let's do a little unfranchised business recap. Cashback and retail profit from day 1. volume accrual for 365 days, a volume search to infinity, volume placement and people placement to be able to place down below into your organization your volume into anyone you've personally sponsored, or to be able to place people down below your business as well as you introduce us to new business partners. There's an unlimited income potential through additional business development centers depending on how hard you want to work, and we have a fast start program for $399 over a $600 value that helps you get started. So really all you need to do now is you need to let the person who invited you to this online presentation know your interest level. And let them know, if you were ranking yourself on a scale of 1 to 3, to keep it real simple, if I'm a 1 out of 3, I would like to register for cash back or try a product, but I'm not really interested in the business end of it. If you're a 2 out of 3, it means, you know what, I want to book a follow-up. I'm interested, I'm a little confused, I need to learn more, can I ask some questions? If you're a 3 out of 3, or as someone said to me the other day, they said, I'm a 5 out of 3, Jim, how fast can I get started? That means you want to establish your MarketAmericaShop.com business and get with the person who invited you to do that right away and get your business up and running. So really, it's easy. Once you choose, get questions answered, try products, visit the shop.com website of the person who invited you, give it a trial run, maybe put it in front of some people, see what they say, or just get started on your own 2 to 3 year plan. I've enjoyed spending time with you today. I hope this has been helpful. Again, I recommend if this is your first time seeing this, you may want to see it again to fully comprehend the power of the unfranchised business model. I look forward to meeting you in the future, and I look forward to you establishing your business and partnering with us at Market America. Please take care.